So how do you run the piezo and the mag and not have a bunch of cables hanging out of your guitar? Well, I have kind of a solution that works. This is a HOSA cable, and it is a two of the males. One is ring, one is tip, and it goes to this stereo coupler. And then you can use the stereo cable into the coupler. So these go in your guitar. One's tip, one's ring. I typically make the tip one the magnetic, and the ring is the piezo. And then this is an LR bag stereo cable, and then that goes to this end, and they go in the corresponding rigs. I'll show you that. Making a quick video, I'm running a Paul Reed Smith Hollow Body 2, the SE version. I'm running it into a Super Champ, believe it or not, on the piezo, and using like this gain channel. I've already broken down for the night. I got a gig tomorrow. But yeah, I'm just using a little reverb. It sounds unbelievable. It sounds really good. And then there's a sleeping dog. And then here we go. This is yeah, this is my pedal board, and I'm running into a power cab right there. It sounds unbelievable. And you know, it can get loud, but you know, I'm pretty much playing at a talking volume. I'm gonna give away some of my secrets here. Fuzz probe goes into Octaland. Then that goes into the plus for the freeze type effects, micro loops, ambient stuff. I turn the input of it off, and you're just hearing the loops. And then I'm running into the freak out, and then I'm running into a feedback booster. That's basically my mid-range boost, and then you step on it. The secret to the feedback booster, I'll go ahead and show you my settings. Boost is about 3 o'clock, feedback's about 3 o'clock. Tone, it can get real bright depending on the guitar. So I've got that where it's at. Character, I've got it a little over noon. And so here's the trick about this thing. When you step on it, it'll grab it and just mid-range bump, right? And then when you hold it down, then it'll start going into feedback depending on how much of the feedback you have here. It'll go quick. Now, if you hold a note and then try and play in that key, like say we're playing an E and you're doing some licks in E, well, it'll get kind of gnarly. So the trick is you hold it, you get your stuff, and then you release it and do some wheedly wheedlies. And then when you end on your wheedly wheedlies and want to get your rock face on, you hold it again. And yeah, it's pretty cool. Now, I'll go ahead and tell you the secret that I do is I play the freak out into the feedback booster, and they fight over the frequencies that are feeding back, and it is killer. That's the secret. And then let's see, freak out, I've got it in latch mode, natural high. The inside one, I think that's the gain. That is at 9 o'clock, and the outside one is the onset, like how fast it grabs your note. That's at about not quite 12. And then this has a momentary, which is awesome. And then this can kill your dry signal, which is awesome. This is pretty much, I'll leave that on all the time and just let it analyze and grab things and send it to feedback. Really killer with huge reverbs. Pog, I'm still learning the best ways and the best presets, but I have 8 that I did. Some really cool octave ones, some really cool chewy fat synth, down a fourth kind of things. The Rainbow Machine. I love, love, love this pedal. Pretty much, I'm gonna get an expression pedal on the side. I'm gonna get that. And that controls this pitch, and it gets crazy. So right now it's barely, it's not at unity, it's barely past unity. just a little bit of wiggle. And then these are at about 1-ish, 2 o'clock. Those are the volumes of the engines. It's 2 DSP. They're like pitch shifting engines that go into delay. Now these are a Wingman. They're made in Alabama. I want to say Tuscaloosa, Alabama. And these are awesome, and they're very affordable. They're like, I don't know, $5 each. And they just sit right on there. So in real time, to the right is a super fast delay. The tracking is how quick both of these delays work with each other. And then this puts time, a delay in between the two trackings of the pitch shifter engines. And then this tone pretty much just stays parked always at about 9 o'clock. Otherwise, you get that real high metallic brittle thing. My kids call this thing the Lucky Charms pedal because it sounds like, you know, leprechauns on acid at the strip club. The magic button is real hip. If you park it, and I make it get crazy depending on how much gain it gets. But a good place to start is just have it right about noon and just leave it on. So magic doesn't work unless this is engaged. Let's see. This is a real simple patch. Sorry about this terrible camera work. Okay, so this, I've got this is, usually I do expression with this, but in this particular patch, right now, this is a volume. So the entire board, sorry, again, the entire board goes through here into HX Stomp. First thing it does is hit a volume so I can kill all this crazy shit. And doing that. So then, you know, if I got these crazy fuzz squealing delays and things, I can kind of starve that and then, you know, control it here. All right, so volume. I really like the phaser. I think that's what this is. Yeah, script mod phase. The slowest rate it can go, the mix at about 50. Level, I always boost. This is a 1.5. This one is, sorry. Which one is that? There it is. Cave. Oop, no, cancel. This is the cave one. And then this one, oh, I'm sorry. This is dynamic call. And this is cave. Okay, here's a trick I've been doing and I like. This is the drive 2 on the divided by 13 preamp. Amp. It's a full amp. Actually, no, I lied. It is the head. And then I've got the Tom Bukovac IRs from Jim Lill, left and right. And then I'm doing the delay. And then this button is the feedback, and it's a bunch. It goes to like 70%. It goes from 30% to 70%, and then I tap tempo it in. It may change next week. I always change these things. But it sounds killer, so check it out. I'm going to do a little run through for all the people that are curious about what all this stuff sounds like. Stick around. All right, here's the Paul Reed Smith. Here's the piezo into the Gurlitz. you.